Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 89 of the Rest Hold Podcast, brought to you as always by me, Tanner Fred. Big week in WWE. A lot going on, a lot to talk about. Let's jump right into it. First off, Backlash shaping up, the cards coming together. We've got the United States Championship match, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley. We got a street fight, Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. We got SmackDown Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley, Zelina Vega. We got Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair, Io Sky. We've got Cody Rhodes and the Beast, Brock Lesnar. We've got six-man tag action, the current WWE Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, teaming with Riddle to take on the bloodline of Solo Sikoa and the Usos. I say current champions because this Friday there is a WWE Tag Team Championship match between the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So, see what happens with that. But more importantly, we'll talk a little more about Backlash next week as we get into the predictions because that show is a week from Saturday. So we'll get more into that next week. But this week, we have one major announcement. And then we have some draft talk because the draft is this Friday, February. Oh my goodness. My apologies. April 28th. The WWE Draft. NFL Draft tomorrow as well. Anybody watching? But huge announcement on Raw. Triple H comes out, rumors swirling on Monday, right? Because there's word Raw's in Chicago. There's word that CM Punk is backstage, and then Vince asked him to leave, and this and that and the other thing. So rumors swirl because then they announced that Triple H is having an announcement. So, what does that mean? Does it have to do with CM Punk? Does it not have to do with CM Punk? Does it have to do with the draft? Does it not have to do with the draft? And it kind of had to do with the draft. They presented a brand new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So this is now going to be the second major belt of the company. I presume that this will be replacing the Universal Championship. So Roman will be the WWE champion. And then the new champion, which will be crowned at Night of Champions in Saudi in May, will be the World Heavyweight Champion. For those who haven't seen the belt, it's in the thumbnail. It will be in the thumbnail. A lot of people I talk to like it. I think it looks like hell, to be honest with you. I think for those who, again, you'll see it in the thumbnail, but basically it's big gold, and they just slap the WWE logo on the front, and then plates on the sides. So you can put the wrestlers logo plates on the sides. I think it looks horrible. I think it's super lazy. I don't think if you're gonna do big gold, just do big gold. I understand why they have the logo, why they have all the branding. That's a really big thing for them. When, let's just say Drew wins it, right? He goes on Jimmy Fallon, late night shows, ESPN, whatever, and he has the belt. First thing you see is the WWE logo branded around on that. It's one of the reasons all the other major championships have that logo now, except for the tag teams. But both women's championship, massive WWE logo. Universal Championship, massive WWE logo. WWE Championship, massive WWE logo. So that's one of the reasons, they don't have the creative champions anymore, like the Winged Eagle and the Spinner and things like that. The Spinner had the logo, but it was a lot. It wasn't the centerpiece of the belt itself. But so how does that affect the draft? Whichever brand Roman goes to, probably going to be SmackDown. I would imagine Fox wants him there still, and they're paying to keep him there still, if I would have had to guess. Roman would probably go to SmackDown, and then this would become the Raw, main card belt, as us fans call it. I don't know how I feel about this decision. I think it's good. We have talked ad nauseum on this podcast about splitting the belts and how do you do it? How do you do it without Roman losing? How do you do it fairly? And this is kind of the way I said it needed to be done was, whether you play the card of, the network's not happy or, the Raw GM isn't happy, and they kind of went that route with the Raw GM, but it's more like Triple H like understands that, and he made a good point. He's like, Roman negotiated a good contract, so he didn't have to defend the belt as much, but we also need champions on the shows. So moving forward, there will be a second champion starting at the end of May, Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Early favorites: Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, Dark Horse, loses United States, wins that, maybe. Interested to see how we go about this. I hope it's a tournament that culminates in Night of Champions. I've said that for a while. I hope it's not like it's like a massive, like a messy tag match or not tag match, geez, but like a messy 6-man, maybe a chamber. That would be sick. Put them in a chamber. Um, if they do something, it could be a ladder match. I really hope it's not, but it could be a ladder match. That probably won't be because Money in the Bank is. This is good for Money in the Bank also that they did this before Money in the Bank because Money in the Bank is going to be in June most likely or July, June or July, and then so coming up on Money in the Bank, we'll have a second belt. So maybe Roman doesn't have to get cashed on. Whoever wins, blah 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 blah. We'll start talking about favorites for that pretty soon, probably right after Night of Champions, depending on how performances go and if they do a tournament and all that stuff. But again, those are probably the early favorites. Maybe somebody like Sheamus, Finn, of course, another good talent. Edge, another one. A lot of people, a lot of potential. Will be interesting. We'll keep talking about this as the story progresses. After Backlash, we should have a lot more clear picture of how this is all going to play out, especially once the brands are set, and then we'll figure out how this champion will be crowned. Will it be a tournament? Something along those lines. So that being said, new championship belts officially split after the draft. So next Monday they will officially be. I think Monday, as of Monday, probably Roman will carry one belt. I would like to see Roman open SmackDown this Friday in a response to this, because Triple H said a lot of things that can be, could be taken negatively towards Roman, but we'll see what happens. But I would like to see a response to this as soon as possible from Roman, preferably opening SmackDown, saying basically, I want Roman to bury the roster. They needed to do this because they couldn't beat me. No one could beat me, and they know it, so they're going to make this B championship. And I want him to say that because it will make whoever eventually beats him one even more impactful. Will probably be Seth or Cody, most likely. That'll be even more impactful. But it'll also make whoever wins the World Heavyweight Championship is going to have to work hard. They're going to have to work hard to make that mean something because whether the fans want to admit it or not, or whether they're happy about this or not, this is the B Championship. And like how NXT kind of made the North American Championship really have some grounding and push it to another level, they're going to have to do this with this World Heavyweight Championship because right now it is the B Championship. It's not Roman's belt. It's not the WWE title. It is the B Championship. So again, we'll see what happens with that moving forwards. But again, Draft Friday. I'm not sure what they're going to do. I don't see any of the champions being moved around. Like I don't know who they're going to move around. Like maybe the women, but Rhea just got to SmackDown. But that would benefit Bianca a whole lot. A whole lot. I don't see Roman leaving. Like Sammy and Kevin, it doesn't matter because they're gonna have to defend on both. It's really just gonna be like Theory and Gunther is like who goes where for that is really gonna be like the big ones. But I don't see them. I don't see that changing. I think that'll stay the way it is. I don't think it makes sense yet to switch those over. I think Gunther does a lot for SmackDown when Roman's not there. So I think taking that away is not a good idea right now. And I mean, I really don't know. Call ups. Where could we go with that? Maybe Grayson Waller. I know he did get hurt last night. Apparently, I don't know how real that was, or I haven't heard anything for it. But he had a championship match against Carmelo Hayes, which he lost, and apparently he got hurt. But I think it's okay. He could be one. Braun Breaker could be one. Who else is down there not really doing anything? I can see the Creeds get called up. That would be a very, very good one as well. Yeah, there's not a whole lot down there right now. I say down there. I know it's not meant to be derogatory, but it is, not the main roster. But I don't know. A lot of talent in NXT. They can pick from a lot of different people. I could see, Tiffany Stratton maybe being drafted. I could see, you know, Roxanne Perez being drafted. Cora Jade being drafted. A lot of options there. But that's gonna do it for this week. Draft Friday. Watch it. April 28th. This Friday. WWE Draft. Brand new World Heavyweight Championship. Let me know in the comments what you think of this championship because I don't like it. Everyone I told to told me I was crazy. They like it a lot. I think it looks bad. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the belt. Put down in the comments below. Like and subscribe while you're down there. Again, comment. Let me know what you're thinking about the belt. Sources are in the description. Instagram and Twitter at Wrestle_pod. Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your media. We're there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.